Let's head over to Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner is brought to you by Feel Good Fourways, a Grit Grow Mix 93.8 and Blue Hearts Community Initiative. Right, Candace, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Wave.
Good morning, ladies.
How are you?
Happy birthday, Laurie.
Thank you, Candace.
How was the weekend, Candace?
Great, very nice. Spent some time boating yesterday for a change.
Oh, nice. How was the weather, though?
Great, it was great. It only played up later in the day, thank goodness.
Okay,
nice.
Wonderful stuff. So, Candace, let's get straight into it. Today we're talking about limiting beliefs. What exactly is that?
It's something that we've been believing subconsciously or consciously pretty much all our lives, and it's something that we probably took on as children. And when we think about it, it holds us back, it has a negative feeling in our body, and it really serves no purpose.
So would you say that if one has a limiting belief, this can stem from like childhood, right?
Yeah, so like for example, Sipho doesn't like sharing. He just doesn't like sharing. You're limiting his belief, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Right there, he's going to take that on. I can't share. And then guess what? He won't be able to share. So the thing is whatever we believe is exactly what happens, and it really creates our reality. And there's that saying of what you look for, you'll find. Another way to explain it is confirmation bias. So if you are believing that life is hard, you are correct, and you're going to wake up every morning looking for evidence to prove that your belief is true. So you're going to listen to the news and you're going to go, yep, see, life is hard. Or you're going to see the beggar on the side of the road, and there we go. You're believing again, you're seeing that your belief is true. The problem with that is, what kind of a life are you living when you're looking for evidence to prove that life is hard? And also, what are you missing out on?
That is a big miss out on, and just a personal experience here. My mother always told me that I wouldn't like calamari my whole life. And I only tried it, I think, when I was like maybe 14. And I did like it. And I was like, wow, she's completely shaped my experience to believe that I wouldn't like something.
So I would imagine that, you must have done something to change that limiting belief, right?
That's correct.
And maybe we should get into how one does that, because it is possible, right?
Yes, absolutely. You first have to find it. So what you need to do is you need to say, right, what do I struggle with? What is really hard for me? And it might be something like admin. I'm just really bad at admin. And when you believe that, it's not going to make it any easier.
Yeah.
So finding the belief is so important, and then asking yourself, when I believe this, how could it be holding me back? What could I be missing out on? And then changing it to something that's going to help you with it. It's going to make it easier for you. Like, I absolutely have what it takes to get through my admin, which is really true, isn't it?
It's true.
Then there are really three types of beliefs that we take on. So the one is beliefs about life. So I spoke about life is hard. Some of them are life is an uphill battle. Life is unfair. You believe that you're going to find that all the time. You don't want to be finding those things, do you? And then there's the beliefs around people, which I find really interesting, because when we unpack those, we've got so many beliefs around people. Like people are unkind or selfish, people are evil. And the interesting thing is, it's very easy to see the flaws in others. And then I like to ask myself, when was the last time I was unkind? Or when last did I do something that somebody could have perceived as selfish? That whole thing of take the rafter out of your own eye. Hey.
Absolutely.
Wow, yeah.
Well, it actually brings me to the tabletop method, which we spoke about a number of weeks ago, right? So it's literally you taking a table, right? You've got 4 legs on there, and the top of the table then represents this limiting belief, right?
Correct.
And the legs of the table represents reasons why you have this limiting belief, right? So the example that I made a couple of weeks ago was, I'm bad at math.
Yeah.
Right? And one of the legs would be that I've never gotten more than 50%. Another one would be, I once went up to the board, tried to do a sum, got it wrong. And maybe the third one is that nobody in my family.
Yeah, a teacher said that maths isn't your strongest subject.
Possibly. And then maybe the fourth leg could be, nobody in my family is a mathematician, right? So there you have all these supporting factors that actually support this limiting belief and make them so stronger. So what do we need to do then? Replace those legs with new beliefs.
And that's 100% true. When you look for it, you're going to find it.
Yeah.
So you need to look for that time when you did do something right in maths, or you did get it right, or you did well on one test. And then that's how you start to flip it. You start to look for what you want to see, and that's going to push you forward versus hold you back.
But how do you know, like, if these limited beliefs, if it's something that you've always been raised with, how would you know that it's something that can be changed? Do you know what I mean? Do you have a person of reference? Like, for example, if you and I were doing the tabletop method, Sam, I can say, oh, no, you are actually disadvantaging yourself because you're thinking A, B, C, D. But when it's self-contained in one individual, I think it's quite difficult to itemize. Are there any techniques that would be able to identify if those are limiting beliefs, Candace?
Absolutely. Just look at, again, what you're struggling with and what's really difficult for you or what really triggers you. And then go, what is it that I'm believing around this? And then you can literally, when you ask yourself that question, what is it I'm believing about this? Again, write it out. When you look at what you're believing, ask yourself, is that something that's going to help me? Is it going to motivate me? Is it going to push me forward? Or is it going to do the opposite? If you see that it could be a hindrance, if you see that it could be holding you back, then you've absolutely found a limiting belief.
Wow.
And the minute you change it, it makes it easier. It's so weird.
Absolutely.
So weird.
Well, I'd like to hear from you, my listener. What limiting beliefs do you have, or what's something that you've been wanting to work on for quite some time, right? So 084-822-0938. And of course, Candace, do we have any assignments for the week in terms of working on these limiting beliefs?
Absolutely. So today's assignment is that people need to just increase their knowledge by listening to today's to the show, and if they miss it, we're going to post it again later on social media. And then from tomorrow, we're going to help them to, one activity a day, unpack them, find them, and then 3-step processes on our social media platforms to be able to reframe our beliefs. But there's something very exciting. However, yes, correct. It's one thing to notice them and to be aware of them. Sam and I have got something really exciting to share. Are you going to do it or am I?
I'll let you do the honors, man.
Share, lady, share.
Yay! On the 26th of November, we have an event coming up, Sam.
Correct.
And it is called Feel Good 4 Ways. And Sam is going to be sharing her beautiful story and be motivating you with her. You are really inspirational. We all know that. And I'm going to be giving you some really specific tools. We're going to unpack the stuff. We're going to turn it around. And then it's just 2 hours that you guys are going to spend with us if you book your tickets, and you're going to walk away feeling like a whole new person.
Lovely stuff.
Stunning. Whereabout can people get tickets to that?
On Quicket. They need to go onto the Quicket website and just search the event Feel Good 4 Ways. And it's on the 26th of November.
And what's nice about this is that not only is my show from 9 to 11, this is also 9 to 11. So if you like that time slot, hello. All right, so Candace, we're working on limiting beliefs this week. We also mentioned the tabletop method as well. We're sending everybody to your socials as well, the Facebook page, right?
Correct.
Lovely stuff. And Instagram. I always like posting the
100%. And then on a Friday, we recap all the activities, everything that happened this week. So it's actually nice to see the progress that our listeners are actually enduring throughout the week.
Absolutely. So Candace, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Coach's Corner. Of course, we're talking limiting beliefs this week. Head on down to the socials, and like Candace said, we've got Feel Good 4 Ways happening on the 26th of November at DC Coffee Shop 4 Ways from 9 till 11, and of course you can book your tickets on Quicket. Thanks, Candace. Have a great week, and we'll hear from you on Friday.
Coach's Corner was brought to you by Feel Good 4 Ways, a Grit Grow Mix 93.8 and Blue Hearts Community Initiative. If you're feeling bogged down by life, it's not surprising with everything that's been thrown at you. But what if there was another way? You may just not have been given the how. Spend 2 hours with myself, Sam Lehoko, and Candace Bester from Grit Grow, and leave with a set of practical tools to thrive, no matter what. Book your tickets to Feel Good 4 Ways for Saturday, 26 November at 9 a.m. all the way at DC Coffee Shop. Tickets available through Grit Grow for only 175 Rand per person. Feel Good 4 Ways, a Grit Grow Mix 93.8 and Blue Hearts Community Initiative.